Our project for this week was to build and design the cat luggage bay.
Made a little progress today on the cat's room.
Our cat condo.
The cat's lair.
The cat luggage bay.
The cat's cave.
It's the poop room.
The cat litter luggage bay area. What are we gonna do and how are we gonna do that? Let's figure it out.
We checked that our design was going to work from the luggage bay that would get a hole coming up into the living room.
Now, a lot of times when I'm designing something like this, I'll use a computer or 3D software, and then other times I just want to get it done. So I'm doing some quick sketches, getting some quick measurements, and then just kind of winging it. That's usually when Mela and I have conflict, because I can't communicate what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing, and she has tons of questions that I can't answer. So we thought it was best that we separated.
We're Mela and Don,
We uprooted our lives
with the dream of converting an MCI D3 40-foot bus into a tiny home on wheels. We are sharing our progress.
one bite at a time.
What?
How to eat an elephant one bite at a time. Today's job is to clean out this first luggage bay, because that's going to be the cat's lair. Now that Mela's vacuumed it, she's going to clean that up. Everything that was in there is chaos. So I'm going to have to go through all the bolts, screws, electrical pieces, sort it out so I know where it's at later. I also want to start thinking about what stuff I want to have on hand in my tool area in the bus. So trying to think about it that way.
What you doing in here, Molly? You coming to see me? Molly.
Molly, come on.
And that's when Don kicked me out. Pick your battles, right? It's not really me he has to make happy in this project anyway. It's Pitsy Cat and Mr. Sweetface.
Got quite a bit done on the end cabinet. This is going to be where we store our shoes, right at the entranceway. It's also going to be a light switch so we can turn an overhead light on to see the stairways. And then this area here is going to be storage accessible from both the front as well as when you have an armrest, you'll be able to have a lift up compartment there. It's a lot more complicated than I originally kind of thought it would be to make. I'm also contending with the rain today, so I brought all my materials in the garage. See if I can't finish this off. I went into the bus and installed the shoe closet. It is super solid, attached to the frame of the bus and the couch, but I think we lost the footage for that, so We'll catch up on what that looks like in a little bit here. It's another cool, cold day. It was 32 this morning when we got out here. Sun is up. It's finally starting to warm up a tiny bit. Might get into the 40s. Enough about the weather. Let's get down to the business at hand. Today, I'm trying to get some plans together for the cat litter luggage bay area. Now, a lot of times when I'm designing something like this, I'll use a computer or 3D software, and then other times I'm doing some quick sketches, getting some quick measurements, and then just kind of winging it. That's usually when Mela and I have conflict, because I can't communicate what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing, and she has tons of questions that I can't answer. So we thought it was best that we separated. There's a lot of things we've done in this project that you guys have questioned what we're gonna do or how we're gonna do that. This is one that I'm questioning. What are we gonna do and how are we gonna do that? Let's figure it out.
Well, hello. While Donna's been outside working on the cat luggage bay, I've been in here. I didn't film too much because I wasn't sure it was going to be all that interesting. But I filled in the screw holes with wood filler, got to sanding, did a real good cleanup, and then taped everything up on the floor. So that I can begin staining our sofa.
I started off by trying to get an idea of how to put together a little platform. I wanted to raise it up off of the metal floor so that we could stuff some insulation on there. And then we also had a free piece of linoleum that my mom and dad had left over. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too small. I want to wrap the entire thing because I don't want water kind of seeping back through there and going back to the other side of the luggage bay. So I had to run over to the hardware store. Luckily, I found a piece that'll work perfectly, just a little more than 20 bucks. After that was done, I got some measurements for the next main piece, which is the back wall, and cut those down. Right in this area is where our couch is. On the side of the couch, we want the cats to be able to enter, go down a tunnel, and go in to this luggage bay. This is inside the couch area, and we want to have a ramp come down here, a landing area, litter storage here, another ramp here, and then this, the size of the tote we're going to use for our cat litter. I'll have an exhaust fan eventually installed as well to pull some of that cat litter smell out of there instead of letting it float up into the living space.
We had one little piece for the top portion of our couch that we hadn't put in. We thought we were originally going to make it part of the windowsill, but we realized it wasn't going to work, so we made that addition. Well, it took me about an hour to do just that one little section. It's just awkward because there's so many little nooks and crannies that it takes a little longer than just doing one big area that's easy to get to. I'm going to try and get through underneath parts of the other two sections. That will definitely fill up my evening here.
Now for the structure, we're using treated plywood just because we want to make sure it'll hold up if there's any moisture that gets in there. Because the cat room isn't going to be completely sealed, we wanted to try to insulate it as best we could. Luckily, there was some scrap 2-inch foam board insulation up in my parents' attic that they were kind enough to donate for insulating the cat's cave.
Day 2 of staining. I think I can get the entire thing stained today. The challenge is that it's really cold out again and I need to ventilate. There are VOCs in this. Yesterday I started to get a little lightheaded. I had to open up all the windows. It's probably about 36 right now. I've got the heater going, I got the max fan on and a window cracked. I'm gonna start there because if I just open up all the windows, it's gonna be freezing in here.
Another one of the biggest challenges of this week has been the weather. I've been trying to work and it'll rain on me. I'll get up and try to work in the morning and it'll be snowing or frosty because it was raining on me and I wanted to spend time with Mel. I came back in the bus and I worked on wiring up all the touch lights for our kitchen area. And I also had some wire covers that I went ahead and put into place to try to keep those wires out of the way. Let's test them.
And it is finally done. A lot of this you're not going to see because there's going to be giant cushions covering all of it up. But when you're opening up the storage, you're going to see it. Pulling the cushions off, you're going to see it. I just can't wait to get out cushions. Unfortunately, the foam is still not ready, so she can't even start working on the cushions. But I love seeing the transformation and it's almost there. But I know once we put those cushions on,
To put the insulation in place, I used this Loctite Ultimate Bond adhesive. It should glue to just about anything.
I spent another day putting a clear coat of varnish over the couch. It looks and feels so much better now and will be water resistant.
We picked up some foam at the foam store to test out our couch. It's a little stiffer than we thought it was going to be, but I guess it's better than it being too soft. After a great deal of discussion, we've decided exact sizes for our cushions. So now we just need to take these over to our upholsterer.
Did you miss me?
Yes.
Yeah? Do you want me back in the cat luggage bay?
I think it'd be good to have us work together to get some linoleum rolled out.
Alright, I'll come help you. But first we need to work on our video for Rehab Tribe.
We get a lot of comments, people saying that they wish that we did more than one video a week. And we actually do. We publish those on the Rehab Tribe.
If you don't know what the Rehab Tribe is, it's our membership group. In the tribe, you'll be the first to know of news and what's happening with us, and the first to see our videos. You'll get bonus content. Hey Rehab Tribe, we're taking you behind the scenes today. Hello Rehab Tribe.
How are you doing?
Welcome to today's real-time update.
You can join the Rehab Tribe either with a monthly membership, or now we've got annual memberships which are discounted.
So join the Rehab Tribe on Patreon and you can get a whole bunch more videos. They're waiting for you to watch. We have some slightly decent weather outside and we are ready to put the first piece of linoleum into our cat condo.
Now, the frame we built in the luggage bay is pretty solid, but we don't want it bouncing around inside here. So I'm going ahead and drilled some holes up through the bottom. I'm going to take some of the leftover heavy-duty bolts that we had from when we installed our solar panel rails. We're going to push those through, use a little Sikaflex to seal it up so no moisture comes up from the bottom. Here you go. Use some big washers and some lock nuts and secure the whole thing in place. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right, I'm going to start to tighten it. And the bolts are in. They're sticking up a little further than I really wanted them to, but they were free bolts, or should I say leftover bolts from a project we'd worked on before, so I'm moving on. I started to build some of the structures that go in there, and I only managed to get one done today.
This project was all about using scrap pieces of things that we had and not spending money on it. So we used whatever insulation we have left over. We used sheep's wool underneath the floor. It was easy to poke it in with a stick. It just slid right underneath, and eventually the back will be sealed up.
We made quite a bit of progress on the cat's clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Well, we've called it a cat cave,
A
cat
condo,
condo.
a lair.
Yeah.
It's the poop room.
Yeah. Vote below. What do you think we should call it?
It doesn't really matter what it looks like. The cats really don't care about it, how it looks. But we wanted it to be insulated and easy to clean and functional for the cats.
Now, we've looked at a number of different ways to stay connected to the internet.
What we're most excited about is Starlink satellite internet.